So, choosing a student speaker is always one of the most difficult decisions for the faculty, staff, and deans. There are always so many of you so well qualified to speak for your class. This year, our student speaker is Mr. Corey Padnos. Corey is someone who has been very active as a member of the SHA community and has broad experience across the hospitality and entertainment industries. He's interned in food and beverage management at the five-star Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills, the renowned Eastern Standard Restaurant here in Boston, and in the kitchens of Wolfgang Puck's Spago, Beverly Hills. He was also a sales and marketing intern at the historic Omni Parker House downtown. Corey was one of the first two students to spend a summer abroad at our partner university, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, was a multi-year research assistant for Professor Peter Zende, and is vice president of the CMAA. Many of you may recognize his voice. He has been Linus in the animated Charles Schulz Peanut series, George Little in Stuart Little 3, and Batman Gotham Knight. Upon graduation, he will head home to Los Angeles to become head of the voiceover department of the audition studio. Please welcome Mr. Corey Padnos. Milk it.
It's a big book. Hello, everyone. My name is Corey Padnos, and I'm the best celebrity they could get for this. First of all, I'd like to thank the faculty and staff for electing me to speak. I'm very honored. And also, Mom, Dad, surprise, I'm the graduation speaker. This was a very hard secret to keep for the past few months. This was an even harder secret to keep than when I got a tattoo. Totally unrelated, Mom, Dad, I got a tattoo. Oh, in case my caring mother didn't get the joke, I swear on my piercings that I didn't get a tattoo. I really wanted to give you all a heartfelt opening speech, but unfortunately, I decided to print my speech on the temperamental SHA Computer Lab printer. How temperamental is this printer, you ask? Well, my graduation speech has been interspersed with segments of Teen Cosmo magazine. You have to realize, parents and loved ones in the audience, the SHA Print Lab printer conveniently breaks down 5 minutes before class starts like clockwork. It is responsible for more late papers than hangovers. So, without further ado, let me begin by telling you 10 ways to tell if you're a good kisser. Okay. Dean Muller. From the iPads to the iTunes content, I want to thank you for all that you've done for the school in such a short amount of time. But what's most endearing about you is that you come out to shake our hands on the first day of class of the semester. And thanks to this kind gesture, Purell hand sanitizer sales have gone up 30%. Okay, so you're all wondering, Corey, SHA is a printer that breaks down and a dean with impeccable hygiene. What's your point? Well, I have 3 points that I want to address about why SHA is and deserves to be considered the #2 hospitality school in North America. The traditional #1 is, as Professor Bloom puts it, that other hospitality school in the Northeast. Now, my first point is about teamwork. As your class speaker, I'm supposed to address the question, as a class, what did we do here? Well, it's a good start, but I'd like to tweak that question to, as a result of the last 4 years, who are we going to become, and what are we going to do? We had the privilege of going to a school that is beloved worldwide. When I was at an admissions reception last year in Hong Kong, I met dozens of up-and-coming terriers all across Asia just waiting to go to BU, and that's when it hit me. Our school has a global presence. We are getting our degrees in a global industry, or we can travel anywhere and apply what we've learned to making a living out of giving people memorable life experiences. How cool is that? Oh, other cool SHA facts. We're within walking distance to a Blue State, a Panera, a Starbucks, and not one, but 2 Dunkin' Donuts. Needless to say, we're a very well-caffeinated class. Also, I have to hand it here to the staff at SHA. We get tons of emails on job leads. Individually, we all took away major life lessons, and each of us ideally ended college with a satisfactory conclusion. But what each of us really took away in terms of value is the taste of what it's like to work on a team. Like it or not, you're going to do group work in SHA. And before I came to SHA, I hated working on teams. I don't even want to know what my HF 100 peer evaluation scores were. Professor Oceans probably had a field day. But now, I feel like I've gotten better at group dynamics, and I've even enjoyed it. Sometimes. I admit, I'm still not perfect. I'm always learning. In fact, none of us can really say that we're truly perfect. But we're not supposed to be. We are, well, at least I am, glad that I got exposed to a team atmosphere to give us all a taste of what it's actually like to be in the workforce. To not be isolated with a problem set or writing a paper late in the library. To learn how to surround ourselves with people that bring out the best in you. And if you're not, to learn patience with others and try to in turn help bring out the best in them. At the end of the day, isn't that the point of college? College is a social experience. And I'm not just talking about living in dorms and going to parties. That principle applies in the classroom as well. And I'm proud I got to work with you, nod my head to you on the street, and even be your friend. So, that was teamwork. Now my second point. Our professors always make themselves available. I feel like there's this unspoken open door policy at this school, that or I just barge in a lot. There isn't a single professor at this school that will lock his or her door and will welcome any student anytime. They give, and they give, and we listen. Because they're some of the most interesting people I've ever encountered, and I hope that as I mature, I'll be as giving with my time. Some professors I haven't mentioned yet. Dr. Hudson received a Fulbright scholarship and did research in Canada for 6 months. Professor Ho took an entire class to China this semester for 10 days. Professor Troy wrote the first university hospitality marketing textbook. Professor Zende is one of the first professors to create food and beverage modules specifically formatted for the iPad. Professor Quag works out to Lady Gaga. I don't know how I know that one, but dude, whatever pumps you up. Pick a state, any state. Professor Tucker probably did catering there. Dr. Bushin has pioneered more brands in our industry than we can think of in a second. And Dr. Washenko calls California, California, and names New Jersey that I can't repeat on this stage. Seriously, in one lecture, this man has damaged New Jersey and California in one lecture more than Snooki and Schwarzenegger combined. My third point is about growing up in SHA. We got to go to a very special hospitality school. I'm drawing anecdotally here, but I want to make clear, I went to BU to go to SHA. I say this all the time, but it's the best decision I've made in the last 4 years. In 4 years, I've been able to work at some of the top hotels and restaurants in the United States. I lived out the quintessential American dream of attending university in Boston. I made friends I'm going to have the rest of my life. And SHA even helped me fulfill my lifelong dream of going to China, even though I was a little disappointed they actually don't have fortune cookies there. And I don't tell all of you this for bragging rights. In fact, do you think I'm the only student who did things like that? Students like me are typical in SHA. We have students here who split their time in jobs with great hospitality companies while maintaining high grades. We have students helping revise curriculum and tutoring in cooking and accounting. One of our classmates in the audience is president of the student union, and just about everything else at BU. And many of us are going all across the world to kickstart our careers. I tell you this because that's another lesson. Even though SHA has given us many opportunities, it is ultimately our responsibility to make our experiences in life have value. SHA reinforced the principle of being independent. We all started here with a blank slate. We got it. And now, we're getting a new one. So, in summation, as I said earlier, it's not just about what we've done in the last 4 years. I ask, what are we going to start in the next 4? No, the next 40. And how we can apply and balance the principles of independence, mentorship, and camaraderie, and do something that truly fulfills our lives. I don't want to step off the stage because I know that when I do, this is going to be the end. And that means I'm going to have to start paying off my student loans. Thank you.
Thanks, Corey. So, our commencement speaker is an indisputable hospitality icon. Currently the president and COO of Las Vegas Sands, one of the world leaders in integrated resort development. He is a veteran in the hospitality field with nearly 50 years of experience and a distinguished and impressive record of success. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, "Don't sweat the details." I'm pretty sure our guest would strongly disagree with that advice. By anyone's definition, he is a hands-on hotel executive. When asked by one interviewer several years back about the biggest challenge Las Vegas Sands was facing in its multi-billion-dollar Singapore development, he said that he was worried on that particular day about a piece of the Sky Park that was being lifted into place that morning. It's a major engineering feat, he said, to get 700 tons of concrete in one slab up to one area, 56 stories in the air. When winds over 5 miles an hour can hurt it, rain can hurt it, and if it slides the wrong way and hits the building, you've got real problems. So, hands-on, yes. He's also an innovative leader, responsible for developing and franchising the Microtel Inns and Suites and Hawthorne Suites hotel brands. His name has also been closely associated with Holiday Inns, Days Inn, and Americana hotels. Throughout his career, he has served some of the most prominent industry organizations, including the Hotel Sales Marketing Association International. He co-founded the Asian American Hotel Owners Association, which in the past 20 years has grown from 12 members to more than 9,300, who collectively own more than 22,000 hotels, also members with some of our alums. His list of accolades and civic contributions is just as impressive. He has served on the boards of the Marcus Foundation, the American Red Cross, and the Georgia Aquarium. He has received the American Association of Franchisees and Dealers Lifetime Achievement Award, the American Jewish Committee Selig Distinguished Service Award, the UJA Federation of New York Hotel and Hospitality Award, and the Georgia Hospitality and Travel Association Spirit of Hospitality Award. On top of that, he's been named to the HSMAI's hot list of 25 most extraordinary sales and marketing minds in hospitality and travel. And the list goes on and on. You can always hire a chef to cook, he once observed. You can always hire a salesman to sell, and you can always find the technological experts. But what you can't find is the generalist who can put all of these things together in an appropriate way to maximize the results. First and foremost, you need very, very good management. That's a prescription that we in the school take to heart, and it's one that our speaker today embodies. And although he's led organizations across the country and around the world, he's a true Bostonian at heart, with degrees from Tufts and from Boston University. Please join me in welcoming back to campus Mr. Michael Leven.
An old friend of mine once told me, never follow anybody who's a good speaker, because then you got something to do. Following a student who gave an address like that is a real task to do something better. So forgive me if I'm not as good as he was.